Hey everybody, it's Joe, Passion Unchained. Really excited about using this new mic stand. I introduced that in my last video. Hold on a second. All right, white balance corrected. This is so much nicer. I learned how to do custom white balance on my camera, which is really crazy because I've been doing photo shoots without it and getting great results. But now that I'm doing white balance, I'm actually balancing the camera. It's such a basic step, and it's crazy that I haven't been doing it. I feel very embarrassed saying this publicly. I probably shouldn't be saying this publicly, but it's so much nicer. And I can still change the warmth after the fact, but the footage, the raw footage, will reflect reality. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to talk about today how you need to jump into it, how important it is to not give a shit about your feelings. Now it's a little bit of a clickbaity intro, but I'll explain what I mean, because your feelings are important. But there's a specific feeling that you're using wrong. And that's specifically the feeling of not being ready. There are so many times in my life where I didn't feel ready to do something. Whether it was to drop out of college and travel the world. I traveled to Colombia, Latvia, Lithuania, and I came back and traveled several places in the US as well. I also did not feel ready when I was a member of a club at Rutgers called Muggle Mayhem. And I didn't feel ready when the president asked me to become the president of Muggle Mayhem since he was graduating. He's like, "You're going to be the president." And I'm like, "I don't want to." He's like, "No, you're the best. I need you to be the president of Muggle Mayhem." And I'm like, "Really? Okay, I'll be the president." And then the same semester, another group, another leader of a club, Just Euler Club, it was a computer programming club, they asked me to be president as well. And up to that point, I'd been secretary and vice president and treasurer for other clubs at a small community college, not at a university with 60,000 plus students, but at a state college in Florida with maybe 2,000 or 3,000 students maximum, if probably less than that actually. And that wasn't even president. That was less responsibility. So 2 clubs asking me to be president, I didn't feel ready at all, and I actually almost turned them both down. I ended up taking them both on and got a lot of experience that I draw on to this day. I made a lot of mistakes. And those mistakes I learned from and made me a better man today. And I wouldn't be in the place I am without having that experience, even though I wasn't ready. There are so many times in my life where I didn't feel ready for something, but I did it anyway. And even to go to Rutgers, I didn't feel ready to do that. To go and travel to Israel when I was in my early 20s, like 22, I think I was 22. Yeah, I was 21. I was 21. When I was 21, I traveled to Israel. And even when I was in Israel, to take a week after I traveled with the group on Birthright and do my own thing in Tel Aviv for a week, traveling on my own. I wasn't ready to do any of that. I didn't feel I was ready. I felt very deeply that it was something that I was not ready for. But every single one of those times, I took the jump. And that's what I'm talking about. There are a lot of times in your life where it's either a new job or an opportunity that you have to apply for, and the application won't even take that long, but you don't feel like you're ready. I just got an email and a notification in my inbox today that was like, "Hey, here's an opportunity for you to go to the Yucatan and film this really cool thing with us. We'll pay some of your expenses, and it's going to be an awesome experience." And I'm like, I'm not ready for that. But fuck it, I'm going to apply. And if I, by chance, get it, then it's going to be awesome, and I'm going to make it work. Even though I don't feel I'm ready, I'm going to make it work. And that's something that you learn and something that you slowly chip away at, because there's going to be a fear inside you for anything that's new. And your job is to do the thing anyway, to slowly chip away at that fear and get behind that fear and end up showing yourself that it's okay to be afraid and to do it anyway. So I encourage you, if you have any opportunities in your life, recently or coming up, or something comes up today or in the next few weeks or any time down the line, and you feel like, hey, this is an awesome opportunity, but I don't feel ready, understand that I don't feel ready is another word for fear. And your fear is telling you, hey, this is new. It's trying to protect you, and that's good, because without it, you'd be walking out in the middle of the street and you'd be run over by a bus. You wouldn't, if you're not afraid of that, then you're not going to live very long. But it also holds you back from new things. And so when it comes to fear, where it's really trying to protect you, but if you listen to it, you're doing the wrong thing, then you need to make sure you listen to your desire. Sometimes you have to put your desire first. Even if you feel fear, you have to act on desire and do it anyway. I encourage you, if you don't feel ready, understand where that fear comes from. It's trying to protect you, and do it anyway. I hope this helps you live a passionate life. It's helped me live a passionate life. 2 movies that I watched that helped me, they're actually the inspiration for me to live this life, is Yes Man with Jim Carrey, hilarious movie. Maybe should not be taken at face value, but a great inspiration to let go and let life give you awesome opportunities. And also The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with Ben Stiller. Awesome movie. I actually just read the short story recently. It's kind of disappointing. It's very, very, very short and has nothing to do with the movie, except for that it's a similar character. He daydreams a lot and doesn't really have an exciting life. But don't be that character. Be who Ben Stiller was at the end of the movie when he went to go see Sean Penn on the top of the world in the Himalayas or wherever it was. Yeah, watch those movies if you want some inspiration. Looking forward to talking to you guys more. Send me your questions if you want. I have my email in the description below, and then also all the links to all the equipment that I have. I updated them, by the way, and so if you're curious about what light, somebody just asked me, messaged me, what lights do I use, and I have those in the description below, and I'm like, yo, check out the description in any of my videos, because it will have the link to the lights if you want to get the lights that I use myself. So as you can see, there's a shadow on me because I am lighting myself up. Otherwise, it would be shadowy. Same light, I have 2 of them. One of them is the colors in the background, and one of them is lighting me up nicely. Wishing you the best. Cheers. Bye.